Okay, now we're going to talk about posting our manual content, which is going to be our textual content. Okay, so what we need to do is just go posts, and then we're going to add a new post. And now this is really self-explanatory. There's not much to show you here other than what you need to do in your posts. Now remember, keywords are what's going to get you the traffic. By putting the keywords in the post title, it also ends up in your URL. And by putting the keywords in your text down here, it also helps with search engines. And then also you want to put in tags. Okay, so make sure you post your tags in here for your post. Okay, so I'm going to do one on making candy corn. Okay, so my keyword that I'm going for this post is a candy corn recipe. So that's exactly what I put in the post title. Down here, I'm going to make sure that my post has candy corn recipe in the first sentence. Okay, so here I have this candy corn recipe. Okay, and then I continue with my article. And you'll find it in here a couple of more times as well. Okay, and then over here, we need to put in our tags. So we put in candy corn, comma, candy corn recipe, making candy. Okay, we add, and there our tags are all in there for us now. Down here, we pick our category. Now we have recipes, and then if we wanted to put a category under it, we could add a new category here, but that's good enough for now. Okay, down here you can decide whether you're going to allow comments. It is set as the default to allow comments. And down here, if you want to change the title or you want to add some keywords, you can do that down here as well. So let's add candy corn. This is the all-in-one SEO pack. Candy corn recipe. And making candy. Okay, and then just go back up here and publish. Okay, and now if we go and view our site, we have recipes, okay? And there is our candy corn recipe shown at the top of our recent posts. And there it is. Okay, so that's all I really needed to show you about putting in your manual content. Now, you probably want to put some manual content in there every 2 to 3 days if you can, but at least every week. Don't let it go any longer than that, because you want some content that isn't being auto-generated in here, and it's also going to be unique content. Okay, so that's it for adding the content. Now let's get to the monetization part of our blog. Okay, now that we have our blog up and running and we have content on it, we can start monetization. Now, if you already have sources to monetize it like AdSense and CPA offers, you could actually do that at the same time you're creating your blog. However, if you have to apply for these programs, it's better to have the content up first, at least some of it, like we've done here. I've created the blog so that it is ready to put content on, and then I could go and apply for AdSense or CPA offers, and I could put my affiliate links on here. Now, I'm going to tell you, I have the most luck when I put AdSense and CPA offers on a site. I don't have as much luck with selling things off my site as an affiliate. So you can do it either way you want. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what I use effectively. And that is to use AdSense and CPA offers. Okay, so you can apply to these programs just by pointing at this site. That's all you have to do if you need to apply. Just go and set up a Google account, apply for AdSense, and then for the site, just point to this site. And same with any CPA network that you want to apply for. I suggest Max Bounty for that one. There's a link for that in the resources document. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to get your monetization on here. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put some AdSense on first. So sign into your AdSense account once you have one. Okay, so go into AdSense Setup, then go into AdSense for Content, and we're going to put a couple of blocks on here. So first we're going to do an ad unit, and we can do text and image ads. Okay, let's continue. Now colors, what we want to do is we want to try and blend our colors in the best that we can here. Okay, so let's go back to our blog. Let's bring it up here. Now first we're going to put an AdSense unit right in here. So what we want to do is get this background color here, and to do that we can go to the style sheet. So if we go to Appearance and then we go to Editor, okay, and when we come into our editor, we're at the style sheet, and this is where our colors are defined. So what we want to do is go down here until we find our sidebar. Okay, so just copy the color code in here, leave the pound sign behind. We don't need that. Then go over to our Google AdSense side and put it in the background part. Okay, so here where it says background, just paste it in there. And there's the color. Okay, we can also change our title links to add, and I'm going to change these to black. Border, going to make the same as this. Text and URL, make black as well. Okay, so there's the block that I'm going to use. It's going to look like that. And then we just pick the size here. Okay, now first we're going to put one down the side. Okay, a vertical block. So we'll do 120 by 240. Okay. Now we can just continue. And here we can add a channel if we want. Let's add a new channel. And we'll call it Candy. This just helps you keep track of your clicks. Okay, we'll continue. And we can give it a name up here if we want. I'm just going to leave it the way it is. If we want to make a new name for each block, we can do it there. Okay, here is our AdSense code. Okay, so let's copy that. Let's go back to our theme here. And now let's go to widgets. Okay, and we're going to put an AdSense block along the sidebar. Okay, so all we have to do is find a text widget here. Let's bring this up and put it underneath posts. Okay, and then just paste our AdSense code right in there and save. Okay, now let's go have a look here. First go to dashboard. That way you don't accidentally erase what you just did. And let's have a look here. Okay, this is where our AdSense content will appear. Now the reason it isn't appearing now is because it will take a little bit of time for the AdSense system to know that it is supposed to put something here. So it'll take a few refreshes before anything will show up. Okay, while we're waiting for that to appear, we could put another AdSense block in here if we want as well. We could put a rectangle block or a banner across the top here on our home page. So let's go and do that. Let's go back and we will create another ad here. Okay, so we'll create another ad here. And we can just do this on single page. It's a little easier, I think. Okay, so then again here, we set up what we want here. So we're going to use a medium rectangle. And here we're going to put in our colors again. So our border and our background are this color. Text and our URL were black, and our title was black. There we go. Okay, so there's our ad unit again. And we can select our channel, and that's it. We'll submit and get code. Grab this code. And then what we're going to do, if we go back here, we're going to want this, wherever we're going to put it on our home page, we can just do it by editing the actual page code here. And we can switch this to HTML. And if we want it on the top, we can just place it right there, like that. And publish. Update the page. Let's have a look here. Okay, this is where our AdSense code would appear. Okay, you'll see this code is now appearing down here. And we could have matched it to these colors here. Let's try again here. Might take a couple times of refreshing for the code to show up. Okay, while we're waiting for this, let's put a link unit in. Okay, so let's go back here. Let's get ads. We'll add the link unit here. That stands for content. And then go to single page. Pick the link unit this time. And then we'll pick the size here. Okay, and then again, we have our border color, our link color, and our background color. Okay, we could actually change this link color to be the same color as the links on our site, and probably should do that. Okay, we could also set our fonts a little bigger here as well. Okay, so again, we'll add our channel in there, and we'll get our code. Okay, grab this, come back here. Let's go back to administration here. Let's go to widgets again. In appearance, widgets. Okay, and then let's get another text one. Okay, let's paste our code in. Save. Okay, now let's click on dashboard to make sure everything gets saved. Okay, and our link unit will show up right in here. Now what we should do is we should change the text colors on both of these. So if we go back to our style sheet again, let's go back to appearance and editor, and then if we find our sidebar and link colors, we'll roll down until you find your sidebar. Actually, no, we don't go to the style sheet part of the sidebar, what we need to do is come to the top and look for the link parameter here. Okay, so where we see this A, that's our link color, and this is it right here. Okay, so let's go back to AdSense here. And let's change our link color to that. And as you see, they are red over here now. And let's save the settings. Okay, let's also do the same thing with this one. Change the link color. And the text color. So they match. Same with this one. Should probably change the title too, I suppose. Okay. Okay, so we got all those matching now. If we go back, the changes may not show up right away. Let's see. No, not yet. Okay, so there it is. I actually changed this. I decided to put a banner on the top, and I moved this one down to the bottom. So we have this ad unit up here because it's not so intrusive. We have the bigger one underneath. We have our link unit over here, and we have our other AdSense unit down at the bottom there. Okay, so we put that code right on the pages. Now, you might also want to put it where your posts are. So if you go to your post, you might want to have your AdSense show up in here as well. And to do that, all we have to do is modify the template and put the same code on there. Now to do that, what we can do is we can go to our cPanel. Then we'll go to the File Manager. And to where our blog is, public HTML and making candy. Then we go to WP-content, and then we go to themes, where our theme files are. Okay, and then our theme is this one, 79. Now we have a couple places that we can do this. We can do it in the single, which is our single post. So if you click on that and you edit the file, here is the code. Okay, now you'll usually see a loop of code like this, if have post dot post. Okay, so what it does is it loops around in here and puts out the post content, and then down here it puts out the permalink in the title, and the content is down here. So right underneath the content and right above the content, you can put the same code that you have here. So above the content, you can put this AdSense code, and below the content, you can put this AdSense code. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll go get the code. Let's go into the admin area here. Let's go get the code from our page. Okay, so this is our banner code. So let's grab that, do a copy. And let's go over here. And right above where it says the content, we'll paste that code in there. And then right under that, we'll paste the other code. Let's go back to our blog here. Grab the code from the bottom now. Do a copy. Go back over here. And then right under it where it says the content, we'll paste that code in here. Okay, we'll save. Now if we go look at one of our single posts, let's go back to our site. Let's click on this link here. Okay, there is our AdSense code at the top, and this is our AdSense code at the bottom. And of course, we still have it on our sidebar anyway, because the sidebar shows everywhere. So that's how you can get your AdSense code all throughout your posts. In the next video, we'll continue with monetization, and then we'll go into how to get traffic to our site. Okay, let's go look at a couple more ways that we can monetize our site. Now, I mentioned CPA offers through Max Bounty. This is a really good way to do it. When you apply, just point them to your site that you just created. You can just, in the comments, just tell them it's a new site and you're new at CPA offers, but you want to get started. You won't have any problem getting accepted. Okay, then what you want to do is you want to go in and you want to search for offers. So we'll go to search campaigns. And then you can go through here and do a search, but wherever parameters you want to use up here. Okay, so it doesn't really matter whether you have any of these checked, because we aren't going to use this. We're going to be strictly promoting from our blog. But over here, you can go and you can pick a category, and this is going to help quite a bit. So the ones that convert the easiest are the email submits. So if we click on that, we'll just do our search campaigns. Then we can go and we can find some in here that might work for us. Now, unfortunately, email submits are also the lowest paying. So see if you can find one that fits in with your site. Okay, so I'm going to put on this. I'm going to look at this Halloween candy survey, and it'll bring up some information for us here. You can click and you can see what the merchant is offering there. Just by clicking on that, you get the page that they will see. Okay, and it's a simple email submit. Enter your email, choose your favorite candy, and submit. That's all there is to it. You get paid if they do that. Okay, here's the terms over here. No incentivized traffic, no email submits, no email marketing, and then you can use these other ones. So that's okay for us. We get $1.10 per lead. So we can go down here and we can get our text link. Okay, so I'm just going to get this tracking code here. It pops up a little window for us. I'm going to grab this and copy. Now, I can put this on my site anywhere I want, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it so it shows up on every page. And I do that exactly the same way as we put our AdSense code on there. So we go back to our cPanel, File Manager, and then we make our way to where our site is, which is making candy. WP-content, themes, and do our theme single. This is exactly where we did our AdSense code, and we can edit the file. Now maybe instead of this top block, we want to remove that and put our CPA offer in there. Or what we can do is we can just put it underneath the AdSense code. Okay, so put a couple line breaks in and paste the code in there and save. Okay, now let's go have a look here. Let's just refresh this page here. Okay, there it is. Vote now to get $100 worth of candy free. Okay, so it shows up, and it will show up on every post, just like our AdSense code. Now we'll probably also want to put that on our home page as well. So we go to our site admin, go to pages, and edit our home page. Okay, so we'll decide where we're going to put it. Let's put it right above the image here. Paste our code in there, and we'll update the page. View the site. And there it is there. Okay, so that's how you can sneak your CPA offers in there. You might want to find one more to sneak in there as well. Maybe put it inside the front page somewhere, or underneath this ad, or above this one. Okay, now the next thing we can do is put in here an affiliate offer for an affiliate product, such as maybe a cookbook or something off ClickBank. You can do this if you want, and it's easy to do. We'll just go and get our hop link from a ClickBank product. We'll go to the ClickBank marketplace. Okay, and then we'll find a product. Let's see if we can find one that fits. Okay, so here's a couple down here. So I'm going to do this. Start your own home-based candy bouquet business. So all we have to do, well, you'd look at the pitch page, of course, see what it looks like. If you like that, just go ahead and get your hop link here. Create hop link. Put your ClickBank nickname in here and a tracking ID if you want, and create. Okay. Okay, so we'll grab this hop link, copy it, and now we can put this on our site. Let's go to the back end here. Let's go to site admin. And we go to appearance, widgets. Now we want to put links over here. Okay, and we're going to put that here. Save. Now what we need to do is go to links. You need to delete all of these that are in here now. So delete and apply. And now we need to add a new link. So first let's do a link category. Let's create a category called recommended resources. Add the category. Then we want to go add new link. Okay. And here we put create your, let's paste the web address in here first. Okay, then let's go back and get the description from here. We'll copy this. Copy. We'll paste our description in here. There we go. Okay, click on recommended resources there. And click _blank here to open in a new window. And then that's it. Now we can add the link. Now let's go look at our site here. Okay, so there's our Google link. Here's our recommended resources with our affiliate link, and we click that. It opens in a new window to our product. Then we keep going down here with our AdSense and so on. Okay, that's it. Our site is now all monetized, and we're ready to start sending traffic to our site. And we'll go over traffic generation in the next video. Now we're going to talk about getting traffic to your site. Now this isn't going to be as difficult as you might think. First of all, we've already optimized our blog for the search engines. Secondly, we've set up a big ping list, so every time a post happens, it goes out and it pings all those pinging services, which will bring traffic and web spiders. Okay, now what we need to do now is ensure that we get some real traffic. That's going to get us some traffic started, but let's ramp it up a little bit. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to burn our feed using something called FeedBurner. So we'll go to feedburner.com. Okay, now FeedBurner is now part of Google, so if you have a Google account, you can automatically get a FeedBurner. So you can just sign in with your Google account, or you can create one right now and sign in. Of course, if you have an AdSense account, you already have a Google account. So let's sign in here. Okay, now what we need to do is we need to put the URL to our feed in FeedBurner, and we just do it right here. And all it is the URL to our site. So in this case, it's thebestinfo.info/making-candy/feed. That's all it is. So your URL/feed is going to be your RSS feed. So we'll put that in there. Okay, click next. Okay, it verifies it, comes up and brings in our feed title from our blog. Also, we have a feed URL down here. So it's our feed address is making candy the easy way all jammed together .feedburner.com. Okay, so we can either change any of that if we want. If we like that the way it is, we click next. Okay, so there is our feed URL there. And we can click next now. We can do a little more configuration. And we'll just click click-throughs here so we can track how often people click back to our site. That's all we need there. We'll click next. Okay, and then if you come down here, we see self-hosted WordPress says use this plugin to help direct your feed traffic through FeedBurner. Okay, so click on that. Okay, we'll download the plugin from here, and then we'll install it on our blog. Okay, so download, put it on our, we'll put it in our directory here. Okay, let's extract this now. And now we'll upload it to our site here, into our plugins folder. Open up FileZilla. Okay, so we're in our Making Candy directory. We go to WP Content and Plugins. And we go over here, find our FeedBurner directory. Yeah, we'll just upload the plugin in this case. Okay, now let's go back to our blog here. Go to plugins. Let's activate our FeedBurner feed here. Now we go down to settings. Click on FeedBurner. Now we put our FeedBurner feed in here, so let's go back and get it from FeedBurner. Okay, so all we have to do is right click on a little symbol beside our feed here, and then we want to do copy link location. That's in Firefox. Okay, and then we'll go back here and we'll paste that in there. Okay, we'll save. And that's all set up for us now. Okay, now we want to put a subscription button on our blog, so we'll go back to here. Click on our feed here, go into its dashboard. We want to go to Publicize, and click here on Friendly Graphic. Okay, and then we're going to use the standard button here. This is all we have to do is make sure that's clicked. Come down here, grab this code, copy. Let's go to Appearance, Widgets, grab a text widget, bring it up here, paste our code in there and save. Okay, and then go and have a look now. There is subscribe to the reader. Okay, so that's what we need to do with FeedBurner. Now there are other reasons we did that. We get the benefits of FeedBurner, but we also now can use the FeedBurner feed to direct traffic to our blog, and that's what we're going to do now. Now we're going to submit our FeedBurner feed to a couple of RSS directories. But before we do that, what we're going to do is we're going to set up one more stream of monetization, and that's called AdSense for feeds. So we have to go and sign back into our AdSense account now. Okay, so click on the AdSense Setup tab up here, and then go to AdSense for feeds. Okay, and then you can pick here text or image ads, and then frequency, each feed item, every second, every third, or every fourth feed item. That's just when the advertisement will appear. And then you can pick the post length where you want them to appear. Post of any length, 50 words, 100 words, 250, or 500 words. We'll just leave it at any length. Where you want the advertisement to appear, at the bottom or at the top of the feed item. And then you can have AdSense optimized for you, or you can make the colors yourself here. Just let AdSense do it. Here we can have a channel if we want, just like the channels we used in AdSense for content. And then down here we have to add our feed. Okay, so we're going to add this feed. So just click on Add. Now we save. Okay, and now our ads have been added to our feed for us automatically. You don't need to do anything further. We'll now have AdSense in our feed. Now if we go back to our blog, and let's click on Subscribe in a Reader and have a look at our RSS feed. Okay, now you see all these spaces here. This is where our AdSense code will appear. And when people are looking in a reader, that's what they're going to see. They're going to see the AdSense code right underneath where we have watch the video here. So we now have distributed our AdSense code throughout the feed network when people subscribe. So that's a really powerful way to get some more monetization out there using AdSense for feeds. Now what we're going to do is help distribute our feed throughout the feed network, and we're going to submit it to a couple places. Now before we do that, if you look now at our RSS feed, you'll see that we now have AdSense code throughout our feed. Okay, so there's two places we're going to submit our feed. First is one called Feedage. You go to feedage.com, and then you have to open a free account here, and then you can submit your feed. So go ahead and sign up if you don't already have one. If you do, log in and then submit your feed. Okay, after you've signed in, just click on Submit Feed up here. We select our niche. So just pick the one that fits the best here. Go with recreation. Then we submit our FeedBurner feed in here. We just click Submit. And that's it. Now the next one we're going to do is called FeedEgg, and you don't even need to sign up for this one. And there is a link to this in the resources directory. Okay, so just down here, click Add Your Feed. Down here, we'll paste our feed in. Now here we can put some tags in. So I'm going to comma separate mine here, and I'll put in the appropriate tags for our site. Okay, and then we just enter the number they have here, and we save our feed. There, it's now been saved. Okay, so that's going to help us in the search engine, and it's going to get traffic from the feed directory, so that helps a lot as well. Okay, now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to submit it to a couple of other places. What we're going to do now is submit our site to StumbleUpon. So you need to set up a free account at StumbleUpon. Okay, so you need to set up a free account if you don't already have one. Just click Join StumbleUpon up here. Now just set up your account. Okay, so fill all that out. Click Join Now. Okay, and then you can get an add-on for Firefox, and this is a good thing to do. If you install this, you can click the I like it button and stumble your own site, and that's the first thing you're going to do is stumble your own site. So get this if you don't already have it and install it. Now once it's installed, it looks like this. Okay, so here it is. We have Stumble, which will stumble through sites. I like it, which you're going to click when you get to your own site, which will stumble it. Then the traffic will start up from just doing that. Okay, so let's go back to our own site now. Okay, then we just click on this, I like it. Okay, it pops a little window up here. Verify you're a human, so just key in these characters on here. Click Verify. Tell it it's safe for work. And there it is. You've now stumbled your site, and now as people go through and click on Stumble, it'll appear in their choices. They choose categories as to what they want to stumble. Okay, now the next place we're going to go is to Dig, and we're going to submit our site here. So just join Dig and then submit your site. It's as simple as that. And then every week or so, submit a page of your site and submit one of your articles every week as you put them in there. That way you're going to start getting a lot more traffic just from Dig itself. Okay, so I've logged in here. I'll submit. Okay, so we submit our site URL here. There we go. Okay, so it brings in information from our site, and we can change it here if we want to. We can choose a thumbnail. Now we choose a topic. Okay, here's our preview down here. Now we need to put in this code, make it so that the site knows we're not a robot, and then submit our story. And there it is, we're submitted to Dig. Okay, so any original content you put on your site, every time you write an article, you should submit to Dig. Okay, we've now got everything done that we need to do to our blog. All we need to do is continue to update it with manual content. The video content is going to happen by itself. The traffic is going to happen by itself. We've optimized our blog for search engines, and we have submitted the feeds. We've created a feed burner feed, and we have submitted it to Dig, and we will continue to submit it to Dig and StumbleUpon. So all those things are going to get you lots of traffic, and you will make money when you get traffic. Since we laid our blog out well and we apply the monetization to it, can't help but be a profitable blog. Now the other thing you can consider is to sell your blog once it starts making money as another source of revenue. Now make sure that you use a single domain for your blog. Don't use a general purpose domain if you plan on flipping your blogs. That concludes the series on making money blogging.